Well, hi, Chief Kirkwood. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today. So, it's Emergency Preparedness Week here in Whistler, and a lot of us are really wondering whether or not we need to be doing anything. So I have a few questions for you that come to my mind. You know, in my house, we have a pretty well-stocked pantry, so I don't really think we're going to need an extra kit. I think we'll be just fine getting by with what we have in the cupboard. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, you know what? I think a well-stocked pantry is a really good place to start. But in an emergency, you might not have time to put all of that together. So having it one place in a kit, ready to go, is really the key here.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't know if I have the time, honestly. I am busy, and don't you think it'd be okay just to rely on my camping bin in the garage? I've got a camping kit. Wouldn't that be all right?
Sure, a lot of us have a lot of camping gear, and some of those things we're going to use, like the sleeping bags and the tent, but is it ready to go? You know, if you got the call 4:30 in the morning, you got to go at a moment's notice, you don't have time to put that stuff together. And that camping kit might not have all of the items that you need. What about medications? What about pet food? All of those additional supplies that you need.
Okay. Well, I'm starting to get kind of nervous because I know I'm not ready to go at a moment's notice, but I have to say I can't really imagine something like that happening in Whistler. I just can't imagine anything big and scary here. It seems like those things happen in other places.
Sure, and I mean, obviously what's going on in Nepal, we think, oh, that's a really remote place. Oh, they didn't have building codes. That's not going to happen here. I'll bet you if you asked today, those residents of Spruce Grove Fire, we had that fire last August, all those people were scrambling that morning thinking, what if this fire progressed further and I have to go at a moment's notice? They probably weren't thinking that they needed a kit, and I'll bet you a lot of them now have that ready to go at a moment's notice. You don't have time. You're excited, things are going on, you're maybe not thinking clearly, oh, what am I going to throw in? Where's this? Where's that? It needs to be ready to go by the door. So you don't have to think about it.
Okay, so, you know, I hear what I'm supposed to have in the kit, and I gotta say, it's just hard to imagine that a bit of packaged food and water is really gonna help if something really awful is happening.
Well, what often happens in an emergency is, you know, maybe the water's not working, electricity's not working, our fridge and freezer's not working, so that food we thought we were going to have access to, the water from the tap we thought we were going to have access to, is not there. Where are you going to go for that? We always think, oh, I'll be able to go to the grocery store, the restaurant. Everybody's going to be feeling those same demands for food. If the road was closed and we're not restocking our grocery store, you may go to the grocery store, they're out of bottled water, they're out of you know, canned goods, all of that. Where are you going to go to for help? We always think the emergency services is going to step in and look after us. The shift really needs to be on your personal responsibility. What can I do to look after myself? In an emergency, first responders like police, fire, and ambulance, we're going to be busy prioritizing those high-risk calls. And I hate to say it, but you know, you might be on your own for at least 3 days. So don't tax the already overburdened emergency responders. Be able to look after yourself.
Okay, that is a good wake-up call. I just, you know, it feels like a big job now that you've kind of spelled out all those steps for me. You know, is there any way I can get started? Is there something simple I can do right now?
You probably have a Tupperware bin in your garage or in the, you know, an extra bag. Go in there right now, put food and water, medications, right? It's our basics, food, water, and shelter. Can you look after that? Answer that question. Maybe you want to practice by going on a camping trip. Maybe that will get you to put your kit together. And when you get back, restock it. Think, what do I need?
That's great.
Just do it.
That's great advice. Thanks, Fire Chief.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.